They may not want the credit, but Cleveland just shook up the AFC North in a massive way. By taking down Pittsburgh at home, the Browns threw fuel onto one of the tightest division races in football and opened the door for Baltimore to control its own destiny. The Ravens did not win that game, but they absolutely felt the impact of it. Baltimore had already done its part a day earlier with a statement win built on physical football and discipline. Still, their playoff hopes depended on help, and that help arrived when Pittsburgh's late red zone chance fell apart. Within moments, the Ravens acknowledged the timing online. Cleveland fired back just as fast, making it clear this win had nothing to do with helping a rival. That response was no surprise. The history between these franchises runs deep, and no one inside the Browns' locker room was thinking about favors. They were playing for pride, for fans, and for the chance to spoil a season. Motivation has never been an issue when Pittsburgh is on the other sideline. Baltimore players felt every second of that tension. Watching and waiting is never comfortable, especially for a team that had stumbled through weeks of inconsistency. The relief was obvious once the result became final. Some players admitted the nerves were worse than being on the field themselves, and the reaction across the roster showed how much was at stake. Now the focus shifts entirely to Pittsburgh. Everything Baltimore wants is still in front of them, but nothing will come easily. Their chances hinge on health, particularly at quarterback, and on whether their defense can finally flip the script in a building that has been unkind to them. Close losses, narrow margins, and frustration have defined recent trips there. The Steelers, meanwhile, enter the matchup wounded. A key piece of their physical identity went down late, leaving questions about how they will impose their will on the ground. That matters, because this game will be about toughness, leverage, and who controls the line of scrimmage when it matters most. If Pittsburgh cannot lean on its usual power, Baltimore's pass rush will sense blood. That pressure is how the Ravens can force mistakes and turn a chaotic final stretch into a season-saving moment. What started as a favor they never asked for has now become an opportunity they cannot waste. The Browns may say this was never about Baltimore, but the ripple effects are undeniable. One upset changed everything, and now the AFC North comes down to one final, bruising showdown where legacies, seasons, and playoff dreams collide.